And welcome back. So glad you're streaming with us this morning. Well, Trevor Reed, the ex-Marine who spent nearly 3 years in a Russian prison, is now speaking out in an interview with ABC News. He was released in exchange for a Russian serving time here in the U.S., and he and his parents actually sat down with our Russia correspondent, Patrick Reevell.
It's amazing to see you here.
After 985 days imprisoned by Russia, Trevor Reed is finally free.
I remember thinking, like, is this real? You know, you're thinking, maybe this is not happening. Maybe I'm still going to wake up right now in solitary confinement.
Earlier this month, the 30-year-old former Marine freed in a dramatic prisoner exchange between Russia and the U.S., traded for a Russian convicted in the U.S. on drug smuggling charges a decade ago. The trade taking place on a runway, recalling a Cold War spy swap.
I remember looking at him, and he, looked over at me, and I think both of us probably had that same feeling, that same thought of, like, that's what that guy looks like.
Reed was a presidential Marine who once guarded President Obama, but his nightmare began in summer 2019 while visiting his girlfriend in Moscow. After a drunken party, Reed fell into the hands of Russian police, who charged him with attacking an officer. In reality, he and U.S. officials say the case was fabricated by Russia's security services to take Reed as a bargaining chip.
I asked, one of those officers, I said, why are you guys doing this? Why did you write this, like, false, accusation against me? And he looked around at the door to make sure that there was no one there. And he looked at the other police officer, and he said, we didn't want to write this. They told us to write this.
Sentenced to 9 years prison, Reed was sent to a forced labour camp. Subjected to harsh treatment, placed repeatedly in solitary confinement, he went on multiple hunger strikes, refusing to work for his captors.
I decided right away that I was never going to be part of that process. They were not going to make 1 ruble off of me. And whatever punishment I received for that, it was worth it to me. I didn't care.
But Reed's family never giving up. His father, Joey, spending over a year alone in Russia, repeatedly demonstrating outside the White House.
Do you remember the first thing you said to Trevor?
I said, I love you. I'm so glad you're home. Gave him a kiss and a hug. A long, long hug.
Reed first undergoing intensive counselling on a military base in Texas, but last week discharged.
Now he's got us all day long again, so which we're loving. I'm sure
he may need a break soon.
Yeah, he's like, oh my God, put me back in prison. I don't know.
But Reed himself can't stop thinking about another ex-Marine left behind in Russia. Paul Whelan, held hostage there for 3.5 years on trumped-up espionage charges.
I thought when I found out that it was an exchange that was happening, that they had probably exchanged Paul Whelan as well.
What did you think when you heard that Paul wasn't coming home?
Sorry. I thought that that was wrong, that they got me out and not Paul. And sorry. And I knew that that as soon as I was able to, that I would fight for him to get out, and that I would do everything I could to get him out of there. The United States got me out, but they left him there. I can't describe to you how painful that feeling is.
Reed now determined to help get Whelan out. And Brittany Griner, the WNBA star held in Moscow since February on drug charges and who the State Department considers wrongfully detained. Russia has floated the notorious arms dealer Victor Bout as a possible trade for Whelan or Griner, or both. Reed in no doubt whether that should happen.
Absolutely, yeah. Victor Bout has already been in prison for 15 years. If that's for Victor Bout, I don't care. I don't care if it's 100 Victor Bouts. They have to get our guys out.
Kira, it was incredible to see Trevor here free after covering his case for so long in Russia. It was actually the first time that we've talked to each other where we haven't been speaking through the bars of a cage. But Trevor is clearly tormented by the fate of Paul Whelan. He's determined to lobby the Biden administration that Whelan and other hostages not be forgotten. And he's also concerned about Brittany Griner. He believes if a trade can get her and Whelan home, the US should do it.